Hello everybody, this is Mr. Bowman. Today we're going to be looking at the ALEKS topic, finding the future value and interest for an investment earning compound interest. So we have Isabel, who received a $2,100 bonus. She decided to invest it in a 5-year certificate of deposit, which is called a CD, with an annual interest rate of 1.39% compounded quarterly. Answer the questions below. Do not round any intermediate computations, and round your final answers to the nearest cent. So pretty standard for this type of problem in the directions there. All right, so assuming no withdrawals are made, how much money is in Isabel's account after 5 years? So this is the big part of the problem. Part B is pretty quick. So we need our compound interest formula. So we have our amount equals the principal times 1 plus r over n, which is the rate divided by the number of times it's compounded, and then raised to the n times t power. Okay, and 2 would be the amount of time, same n for the number of times it's compounded there. So when I start plugging this in, I don't know my A, that's what I'm trying to find here, but my principal is how much she's putting in, so that's 2,100. 1 plus our rate is 1.39%, but remember you don't want it as a percent, you want it as a decimal. So we need to divide by 100 and say 0.0139. Divided by the n value, which is how many times it's compounded. So this is compounded quarterly, so that's 4 times. And that's raised then to the same n, so 4 times the time, how many years are going past. So after 5 years. So that t will be 5. Now we have to do some calculations to clean this up, but that's the formula. So moving right along here. You can do a couple things right off the bat. I'm going to leave this alone. I want to clean up this inside part. So I'm going to do my division. So 0.0139 divided by 4. And you can just add 1 really easily in this step. So we'll call that 1.00. And remember, don't round here. 3475. Okay. And that's 4 times 5 is just 20. And I like to do that as soon as you can, because depending on how you write it, sometimes it looks like 4.5. So the sooner you can remember to do that multiplication, the better. Okay. So now we're going to need our calculator again. So leave this 2100 alone, but I need to do that 1.003475. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with all the zeros there. And we need to raise that to the 20th power. So let's go ahead and do that. And you end up with a long decimal, so I'm not going to write the whole thing out for you. Just make sure you don't clear your calculator. But it's approximately 1.071842, etc. So don't clear your calculator, leave it in there, and just hit times 2100. If you try and type it back in, it will round, which is a problem. All right. But when I do that for my last step, I find out my amount is, and this one you are allowed to round because it's the final step, so round to the nearest cent. So it will be 2250.87. Okay, so $2,250.87 is how much will be in the account after 5 years. Okay, definitely the trickiest part of this one. The last one is pretty straightforward. How much interest is earned? Well, that just means take how much is in there now and subtract off how much she put in. So it's just 2250.87 minus 2100. And you find out you have $150.87 in interest.